What's going on, guys? Get here with RAS Group, back another video out on the range. Of course, I came out here to film a bunch of videos today, so it's going to be rainy, wet, cold, a little bit of windy. Probably gonna fuck with my camera audio, but that's okay. We're gonna work through it. You're gonna get the same low production quality that I know you've come to love from RAS Group. What are we talking about today? Well, so I've been seeing a lot of videos on the gram lately, right? And last week I had talked about this whole idea of how to find your dot quickly off the draw. Well, going through some videos, I'm watching guys shoot and I'm seeing, guys throwing the gun up, bang, throwing the gun up, bang. And I'm like, well, I wonder, are they actually seeing a dot when they present the gun that fast, right? I've seen it from the higher level dudes where they present the gun at lightning speed. There's like a brief pause in time, bang, and it's all under 3/4 of a second, right? Pretty crazy. Then I've seen guys that'll throw the gun up there, they break a shot, and around 0.5, and they're like, oh, I saw my dot, I confirmed my sights. And I'm like, I don't know, right? I'm sure some guys can do it, but I do not think that's the norm. So what could we possibly do to figure out if somebody's actually seeing their dot off the draw or not, right? Well, I think we have a solution, and that is called the command drill. Let's talk about it. All right, to start off, let's talk about what you would need for the command drill. And the answer is not a lot. You're gonna need a target. You're gonna need something to give you a definitive point of reference on that target, a small spot. I'll probably do another video in the future talking about why picking a small spot is important and the side effects of not picking a small spot. But for right now, all you need to know is that you need to have a small spot on a target backer or a USPSA target, about 5 yards of distance, obviously your gun, mags, ammo, all that type of stuff, and also a shot timer capable of setting a par time. That is going to be the most crucial point to this. If you don't have a shot timer, you're not going to be able to do this drill. Alright guys, so what exactly is command drill? So like I said, you're going to need a shot timer capable of setting a par time. Highly important. What that par time looks like is this. So you're going to get 2 beeps. The first beep is your initiation to draw, present the gun on target to that small spot that we've already determined, right? That small spot's going to be our real target in this, so keep that in mind throughout the process. The second beep is going to be your permission to break the shot and pull the trigger. Thought process is that if I have a 1 second par time, right? I draw and present the gun, my dot's stopped and stable, I get my second dot, bang. The average human reaction time is about 0.25 seconds. So if I have a 1 second par time, that's my time to initiate the movement of the gun, get up to my eye line, prep my trigger, put my dot where I want it, and upon the second beep, that should take me no longer than 0.25 seconds from the start of that second beep to break the shot. Some of you will probably be faster if you've worked speed, aggression at speed multiple times. It shows that the more you kind of work that OODA loop process, the faster you get at reacting to a stimulus, right? It's why we train. We're trying to get faster as a reaction to a stimulus, whether it be for competition or for a bad guy. Doesn't really matter. That means that your time is going to be somewhere probably around 1.1 to 1.25 seconds would be passing. 1.1 would be extremely aggressive. If you have anything below that, I'm going to be a little skeptical, and I'm going to think that you probably jumped the timer and guessed when the timer was about to go off, and you got lucky and caught just a piece of that par time being initiated. So the formula for this is going to be the par time plus 0.25, roughly, right, is going to be the maximum passing time to be considered passing for this drill. So hopefully that makes sense. It's your par time plus 0.25, which is the average human reaction time. So if I have a 1 second par time, 1.25 would be passing. So the whole goal of this drill is to identify the wasted time, i.e. inefficiency, of the draw stroke and obtaining a level 3 sight confirmation. That's also a crucial point. This drill forces you to have a damn near stopped dot on that small point of reference at, whatever distance you feel comfortable in starting this at, 3, 5, 7 yards, whatever, right? I think that is an important thing to keep in mind here, is it's forcing you to have that stop dot. Anybody can be fast in just throwing the gun up on the target, right? That's not what we're looking to do here. We're looking to maximize the efficiency of the draw to a stop dot, a level 3 sight confirmation on a precise spot on the target. You cannot game this and have repeated success. You might be able to a few times, maybe skip a time or two and then have success again, but you have to be honest with yourself about what you're seeing and what you're processing at what speed and in what time to actually make this drill work. So, to start this off, I would say give yourself a par time of 1.5, 1.75 seconds, something that you can just experience how the drill operates, right? I'm pretty sure most of us could draw a gun, present it in 1.5 to 1.75 and have the dot stopped. I'm not asking you to challenge yourself right out of the gate if it's your first time trying this. Get a feel for what the drill's actually working, right? And you'll most likely feel like it's an eternity that you're waiting for the second beep to happen for permission to break your shot. That's good. That's a good sign. That means that you're processing wasted time in the moment. You're kind of diagnosing some things in real time. That's totally fine. Do this for 3 to 5 iterations. You know, make sure it's repeatable, make sure it's consistent. Doing it one time doesn't really do much for you. Then, lower the par time. And after you lower the par time, do it for another 3 to 5 iterations, and then continue this, right? The goal is to find where the wheels fall off at, not necessarily to pass this drill perfectly and then stop. You're going to hit that. Everybody's going to. I don't know anybody that could do this drill to their maximum ability and not find where the wheels fall off. The cool part is you can keep lowering the par time. After you find where the wheels fall off, I encourage you to go one step beyond that and still try it. Because the whole idea here is that I need you to drive at 200 miles an hour to be able to drive at 150 miles an hour because you've never left going 60 miles an hour. That's the whole idea here. You have to experience what that intensity is like in order for you to know what's possible, what the next step is. So, that's the command drill. That's what we're working today. I'm going to work this drill. We're going to do quite a few demos of this. Today I'm using my current carry gun, Glock 17 Gen 3 that's been bastardized. Yeah, let's see what happens. Alright guys, so we're at downrange now. I have this set at a 1 second par time. Don't know if you can see that, but you'll hear it. Alright, so the whole goal here is I need to have the gun drawn and presented in 1 second. Dot stopped. Break my shot on the second stimulus. That's going to be my permission to fire. Should be no more than 1.25 seconds, right? So, and I don't typically use this gun. This is going to be a fun experience for all of us. So, let's see what happens. Be pretty consistent. Dropped a couple low, but I'm well within the vicinity. I also don't have a very good contrast of a black paster. I have a brown paster. It's enough contrast that I can tell it's there, but no excuses, right? So everything was pretty well below 1.25. Last one being in a 108. All right, guys. So now I lowered it to 0.90. Let's see how we do. I'm gonna do probably 4 or so at this iteration. Everything was pretty successful there. Again, look like it's shaping up a little bit better here. These were my 2 low ones from the first iteration. Everything's shaping up right around here. Getting a little tough to see, but that's okay. All right, now we're gonna do it again. All right, guys, so now the par time is lowered to 0.8, which means we can't have a time higher than 105. So that would be our par time plus the 0.25 reaction time. Alright, so as you can see, I started to have some stuff fall off. Not unexpected. Started opening up quite a bit. These ones, I saw my dot there and I sent it anyway. For whatever reason, I'm having trouble focusing on this brown paster today, but that's okay. We're going to drop the par time to 0.7 and we're going to see what we can maintain and how bad it gets, right? That's the whole point of the drill. That I walked into this knowing you guys would start to see me fail. All right, I'm not gonna lie, guys, my hands are a little bit chilly as well, so maybe I'm gonna take a second and let them warm up. But overall, not too mad at it, not so far. I think we have a total of I would say 4 pretty bad outliers and maybe 3 or 4 additional ones that I'm not like super stoked on, but that's okay. That's why we do this drill, is to figure out, hey, how fast can I get this gun presented off a stimulus right here, right now. All right, so I just dropped the par time again to 0.7. Let's see what happens. How much deviation I'm willing to have. I'm still passing. I'm still within time. My first one was way outside of A zone. That first one shook me a little bit, 100%, and my support side grip was not set, so pushed the gun left just outside the A zone. But I'll show you. So that is relative consistency, right? All right, guys. 0.6 par time. Let's see what happens. So, just so you guys can know that I'm not like fibbing about times, because that would be fucking weird for a YouTube video. That last shot was a really good natural index under the target. That was this shot right here, I believe. Everything is still staying concentric into here. My times are a little slow to be working at that 0.60. That's probably, honestly, if I was going to work this drill for myself. Overall, I mean, I called that when it happened. Everything else is being relatively consistent to this. I'm not too mad at that. My goal was not an A zone though, it's this paster. But, you know, getting familiar with using a different gun for a little bit and all sorts of stuff, that's going to happen, right? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this drill, this demo. I think this is a lot of value for people that are struggling with speed on the draw and acquiring that dot and acquiring that first sight picture at that speed.